What's up, Manhwa Squad? Ready for chaos? Yup, a chaos where I bring you 3 must-read Manhwa series, and I've got 1-minute shorts to prove why you won't be able to put them down. So, hit that subscribe button and open your comic reading app, because what's coming next will have your fingers racing to search their titles.
Meet the ultimate Sigma, Choi Hyunseok, a man who by the age of 27 dominated the world as both the strongest man alive and the undisputed king of MMA. Yup, with an undefeated record of 23 wins and 0 losses. However, Hyunseok soon gets hit by a truck kuan and meets a sudden, tragic end. And as the heartbroken Hyunseok arrives in the afterlife, he's greeted by a breathtaking goddess named Rachel, who lays out 2 choices before Hyunseok: accept his unfortunate death or be instantly reborn as a hero destined to save a whole new world. Unable to contain his excitement, Hyunseok begs the goddess to send him to that world immediately. However, Rachel deceives Hyunseok with a cruel lie and sends him into a harsh world ruled by demons. There, Hyunseok doesn't rise as a hero, but instead, he's forced into slavery. Besides, he's not alone, as hundreds of Koreans were already tricked by the goddess and enslaved by the demon king.
Meet 38-year-old general surgeon Sung Joo-hyuk, who is suddenly diagnosed with a brain tumor and given just 1 month to live his best days. However, as Sung Joo-hyuk, a lonely and unmarried orphan, wonders what he'll do with his last month. Boom! A massive truck ends his life in a tragic accident. But this is just the start of an exciting journey, as Joo-hyuk is immediately reborn in 19th century England. There, Joo-hyuk witnesses something that shocks him to his core as a surgeon: a person's amputation surgery, live tally casting on the main street of London. But what makes Joo-hyuk vomit immediately is that the surgeon uses a long, sharp, curved knife, covered in blood from previous surgeries and full of germs.
Meet Jeon Sung-guk, a strikingly charismatic man in his early 30s who rises above all rival siblings to claim the crown as South Korea's richest tycoon. And as Sung-guk finally secures the chairman's seat he dreamed of, he decides to toast to himself with his favorite wine, an expensive bottle worth 4 million won. But then, boom! Sung-guk feels an electric shock through his body and becomes unable to breathe. Besides, as he flops to the floor, he soon meets his tragic end from a heart attack. But the wildest twist hits now, because Sung-guk is reborn as a cute little boy in the past, carrying all the memories of his previous life intact. And the funniest part? Sung-guk's new parents, who are orphans themselves, just 21 and 23 years old, barely older than him. Moreover, his new parents live in poverty and own absolutely nothing.